Hello, I'm Daood, and this is Darbuka. That's the name that I prefer to use. Anyways, we're gonna start out today with the basic Darbuka lesson. It's basic, but it's the most important part about playing Darbuka is tone. I'm gonna show you how to get the proper tones out of your Darbuka, and maybe in the next video or something we're gonna start talking about technique and stuff like that. But first we're gonna do tone, how to make proper tones with your Darbuka. Okay, first tone is dum. The dum is made with half of your hand from approximately like this line up. Your fingers end up in the middle of the drum. Your fingers are closed and you hit it, and your hand doesn't stay on it, it bounces right off. Okay, so it's open dum. You can hear it has a resonating sound. Okay, dum. If you leave your hand on it, it's gonna mess up the tone. That's why you don't leave your hand on it. You just hit it exactly like I said. Fingers closed. They end up in the middle, approximately in the middle of the drum. Not too far forward. If it ends up being too far forward, you're not gonna get a proper sound either. So what you want to do is you try to do it exactly like I said. Would be half of your hand, and the fingers end up. The tip of your fingers end up approximately in the middle. Okay. This is dum. Try not to, if you're sitting too close to a wall, or if you're on a couch or something, you're gonna try not to have the back of the Darbuka closed, because that's gonna affect the sound too. So you have it open, and yes, okay. And then the next one that's the dum with the right hand. Dum with the left hand is the same also. Same exact thing, just with your left hand. Okay? Dum, dum, dum. Same. Half of your hand ends up in the middle. Okay? And then the next one is a tek. The tek with your right hand. This is how I play it. You spread your fingers out and you hit as far back off the rim as possible. You're almost not even hitting the skin or the head of it. Try to hit it as far back as possible and as hard as possible, but don't do it so you hurt yourself, but you know. So this is how you do it. Okay? That's tek. If you do it too far in, it's not gonna be clear. This is the rim tek. All the way out, you're gonna get an open sound. Okay? And with your left hand, mostly is done with your ring finger, but it's either done with your ring finger or your index finger. So and what you don't actually hit with your finger, you hit this part of your hand onto the top of the drum, and your finger bounces off of the skin. So if I'm gonna do it with my index finger, then I'm gonna hit on this side on the top of the drum, and the finger just bounces off. Okay? And then if I'm gonna do it with my ring finger, I'm gonna hit, you can see it's a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a little bit red because that's where you're hitting it. And then if I'm gonna do it with my ring finger, this is gonna be more over on this side. Okay? So it's gonna be, and what you try to do, you try to hit it in the same place. If you're gonna be hitting with your index finger or your ring finger, try to hit it in the same position. So if you're hitting here with your index, that's where you're going to try to hit with your ring finger at this also, because you're trying to get the same exact tone from each finger, so it's sounds the same. So you're not hitting one over here and then one over here, or one in the middle and then one up here. Not like that. It's right in the same place. Okay, so you're gonna hit with the index like here, and then you're gonna hit with the ring finger in the same place. Okay, and then the next one is slap. There's many ways of doing it. I'm explaining the way that I do it. If you don't feel comfortable doing it this way, you have a way, that's fine. There's nothing wrong when it comes to playing Darbuka. Whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you do. I'm explaining the way that I do it. Okay, so you're gonna hit it with half of, it's kind of the same position. Your hand is the same as when you're playing the dum, but you're gonna hit it with this half of your hand. It's gonna be like just a line across here like that. So it's not the whole top, it's going across like this. So instead of being straight on the head, it's gonna be up a little bit. And this one, you're gonna leave your hand on the head after you do it. Okay, so it's a slap. It's like this. Okay. You don't have to cup your hand or do any weird finger movements or anything. It's just the same as the dum. If you look at it, it looks the same, except you just slant your hand up a little bit. So it's dum, slap, dum, slap. That way you're not changing the position of your hand, so then you will be able to play faster, for example. Or okay, and you can do it, it can be soft or you can do it hard too, and it's still the same position, depending on how you want to do it. Okay, and you can do it also with your left hand too. And then you have the closed tech. Is if you see people doing the like this, putting their hand like this on the drum, this is a closed tech. This is, you're actually hitting it with your left hand, but you're muting it with your right hand. Okay, you can do it like this, just with one finger, whatever you feel comfortable with. Right now I'm going to show you doing it like this. Okay, so what you're going to try to do, you're going to hit the drum with your left hand, hit Darbuka with your left hand, hand with the ring finger or index. But you have to touch the drum with your right hand straight like this, straight on. Just touch it at exactly the same time as you hit it, not before, not after. If you do it before, then it's going to have like a flam sound. It's not going to be clear. And if you do it after, of course it's not going to be muted either. So you're trying to do it at exactly the same time. So you practice it, and depending on how high or low your hand is on the head, that's going to affect the tone also that you're looking for. So if you're doing it from low, it's okay, you hear it goes from low up or down. Okay, that's when you're just using it as like effects or something. Then you're not hitting it at the same time. But if you're doing like something like that, this is you're hitting it at exactly the same time. You're not hitting it actually. You're just touching the head, putting your hand on it at the same time as you're hitting it here with this hand, this finger. Okay, so that's how it is. and then depending, you want to do it higher, lower. Okay, if you're not hitting at the same time, if you're doing this hand first, then it's gonna sound wrong. It'll be like this. It's like a flam sound or something. It doesn't have the clear pop that it does when you're hitting it at the same time. And what else is there? Okay, there's a tech here on the edge, and then there's also towards the middle of the drum. It's like a mixture of a tech and a dum. You can hit it here. You can hit it with your whole hand like that, or you can hit it with just one finger, and it'll be different. Okay, and then hitting the tech with your right hand with your index and ring finger also is the same. Like this, you can do it also. You try to hit it in the same position, same place. Okay, and those are the tones for playing Darbuka. Those are the basic tones. Enjoy, and if you want more, don't forget to subscribe, comment if you have any suggestions or want me to add anything to the next video, and share it with your friends, and enjoy practicing.